Get out. Do something. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. Take the show wherever you go. Download the free Radio Pup app for your smartphone or tablet. Join the conversation. 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Welcome back, 7:08. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. It is March 31st. It's Thursday, 54 degrees, heading up to 69 today in WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. News Talk Radio, streaming live at WOBMAM.com and on the Radio Pup app, 732-505-1160 to join the conversation. Our conversation this morning, all morning, has been with Noelle Lotano. She is the CEO of the Greater Toms River Chamber of Commerce, and I've made Noelle sit here for the first hour and a half today so that she can have the last hour and we could really spend talking about the Chamber of Commerce. I'm like, listen, I would love to talk to you about that, but you really need to come in and keep me company start at 5:30. And she was like, that would be great. I was hoping for that. That's awesome. So thanks so much, Noelle. And now we get to the part where we get to talk about the Chamber.
Okay.
So first of all, let's talk about Lemonade Day, because we hear the commercials,
Yes.
right? And it's like it's almost obnoxious because we're all about it's all over the radio station. I see it all over Facebook now.
Yeah.
Can you explain to us what this is all about?
Sure. So we started Lemonade Day last year. Town Square brought it to Toms River last year. We had about 250 kids participate. And what they did was they took the opportunity in July to build a lemonade stand at a local business. Then on that day in July, all 250 of those kids opened their stands for business, and they did a lot of business work. So they learned how to spend, save, and share, all important things business owners need to learn how to do. So we're sort of trying to instill some entrepreneurship into these guys. So we're doing it again this year. The date for Lemonade Day itself will be Saturday, July 9th. But in preparation for that, we thought it would be fun if we gave everybody another opportunity ahead of time to sort of get to know the different businesses and nonprofits in the area that they can actually work with for Lemonade Day. So we came up with Get the Squeeze on Lemonade Day. You like that?
Yeah, so I see what you did there.
Yes.
It's like the squeezing lemons.
After the fact, we came up with Get Juiced about Lemonade Day.
Whoa.
I know.
Whoa.
I know.
Whoa.
But we ran with our Get the Squeeze, which was great. So at Pine Belt Arena on Saturday, April 9th from 8:30 to 11 a.m., there will be an opportunity. It will be free of charge for families to come in if they have an interest in participating in Lemonade Day. If they have already signed up for Lemonade Day, the backpacks that the kids can pick up for the program will be there. They can also register for Lemonade Day at that time. And what they'll find is a room full of nonprofit organizations and for-profit businesses that are there to support them. So maybe they can host the child stand. Maybe that's a nonprofit the child wants to partner with for their event. So we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, and what I really love about that is especially the nonprofit angle, right? So I think teaching a kid, having a child kind of see what a nonprofit does and really have it kind of touch a nerve for them and say, oh, I want to help. I want to help with curing cancer. I want to help, kids that don't have, a mom and a dad to be there for them.
Sure.
I think those are super impactful.
Yeah.
I think it's great. We spent a lot of time on this show talking about education. And, look, it's funny. I had Sam Crane on the other day from Pre-K Our Way. And Sam used to actually be the treasurer for the state of New Jersey. And we were talking in the breaks about education reform. And frankly, he and I could probably spend 3 hours just talking about education reform. And really a lot of it would revolve around how we introduce skills and vocational training to kids at a much earlier age to get them start thinking about their careers and not just thinking about how to pass a test.
Sure, absolutely.
Right? And Lemonade Day is a great entree into that. It's a really exciting project. And July 8th, I mean, that's July 8th,
July
9th is just, look, talk about a day of sugar shock. I mean, that's going to be exciting. But these kids get a workbook with how to build a business plan. Yeah. They partner with a business, a business mentor who
also gets a workbook to sort of
who gets
walk
their own
through
workbook.
How to work with the child.
A lot of fun. Oh, and by the way, we may have a contest.
Yes.
An Engage Toms River Jay and Linda Grunin Foundation contest that we've attached to it for $10,000 for the youngster that comes up with the best business plan / execution of their lemonade stand
on video.
Yeah. Right? Because we don't want to see what mom and dad can build the best lemonade stand and put together the best business plan. We want to see what youngster can do that.
Yep, their concepts and how they can talk about it.
Do you remember the movie Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield?
No.
You don't? Zach, help me out.
No,
okay.
Sorry.
So I'm going to give you. This is where I'm thinking of, and you'll see. I'll tie it all together for you. 1 second. So there was Thornton Mellon, right? Was Rodney Dangerfield.
Okay.
So he goes back to school with his son. His son is a college kid, and he goes back, and of course Rodney Dangerfield's like in his 50s, maybe his early 60s, and he's this super rich guy. And he goes back to school because he never got his college degree, and he wants to support his son and spend some time bonding with his son. And of course, like his dorm room is the size of 27 dorm rooms, and he's got his driver who's his bodyguard, who is Paulie from Rocky. Yeah, right.
Wow. Okay.
So is his and the funniest part there is that he has to write a paper. He's writing these papers on these literary works, and what he does is he actually calls up the author of the actual book and says, "Hey, I need you to write me a summary, right? If you can, I need it to be about 500 words or less. Double space, please, and send it to me, right?" And so he has the actual authors write these papers, and then of course he gets like a C on the paper, and he's like, "How can you give me a C?"
Yeah.
I mean, that was but so I guess where I was going there is. Lemonade Day, we're not looking for somebody who, who's already running a business in town to go write a business plan for their child. We're looking to see kids that are thinking the right way and are excited about that. And that's a great partnership between the Chamber of Commerce, Town Square Media, the Jay and Linda Grunin Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, Carney Bank, and did I miss anyone?
No, I think you got
All right,
basis
good.
there. Yeah,
all right,
that's
good.
Great.
So we got that. So what else is going on? What other things do we have coming up at the? So you got to explain. Yeah. I really want you to explain Member Connect to me.
Okay. I can. You haven't been there in a while, you forget.
I haven't been there in a while.
Yeah.
And so I really want to hear, because when you say we get 80 people or so to an event, right, on a Friday morning that starts at like 7:15 in the morning, right? I know it's got to be more than breakfast pizza that gets those people there. So when we come back, right, why don't we go ahead and talk about what Member Connect's all about. Noelle Lotano, CEO, Greater Toms River Chamber of Commerce, back after this.
Wake up with Jeremy Grunin wherever you go. Download the Radio Pup app for your smartphone or tablet. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Now, back to Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310 and WOBMAM.com.
Welcome back. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin here with Noelle Lotano, CEO of the Greater Toms River Chamber of Commerce. And so Member Connect, right? This is some free event that the Chamber does once a month. Tell me about it. What's going on here?
Yeah, so the second Friday of every month.
Yep.
We meet at the Tuscan Bistro Bar on Hooper Avenue.
Okay.
And it's free for members, and it's free for future members to come 2 times with absolutely no obligation. And so we like to deem it speed dating for networking.
Right.
So basically what happens is we start the morning by talking a little bit about the chamber and who we are and the couple of things that are coming up in the next month or so. We also run through testimonials, which is my absolute favorite part. So we ask people in the room who've done business with other chamber members in the room to stand up and just give a little shout out, I guess, would be the way to say it, which is really awesome because you're watching business happen right in front of your eyes. It's really, really great. And then we start the networking process. And so everybody gets 2.5 minutes to go around the table that they're sitting at. There'll be 5 other people at your table. And you talk about who you are, what you're working on, maybe how you can help other people, whatever you want to really talk about. And the 5 people are listening and engaged and wanting to know what you're doing so they can see how you guys might be able to fit together. And then you go around the table that way. Then we break for the breakfast pizza, which is all important. And then we do it again at a second table. So it's like a mini captive audience that you have that, really people who want to see you succeed and want to see you do business together. It's a really positive experience every month.
That's great, and that's something that was started about 16 months ago.
Yeah, November of 2014.
Yeah, and it's really kind of taken off. It started with like probably 30 people coming, and now, like we said, we're up to we've already outgrown the first room. We're into a new room, and it's going well. And I could also tell you. So last night I was at Tuscan House for dinner, and they were packed.
Always. Like
they were packed. Like in the. I could tell you that I was there. I want to say I was there. I remember being there a year ago on a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And there would be like 3 tables full. Yeah. And now they're really hopping along. So Kim Parker and her team doing a great job there.
This month, Member Connect is sponsored by Ralph Wolf from Jersey Coast Appliance. Every month we have a different sponsor. The sponsor gets a little bit of time to talk about their business and what's coming up for them, which is great.
You know what I love about Ralph Wolf and Jersey Coast Appliance?
Everything.
I love their night owl service that they
do. He gives a hoot.
From 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. You don't have to take a day off work because he gives a hoot.
Hoot. Tuscan House is great. And actually, Tuscan House, I talked with Kim yesterday because I'm going to be a judge. Now, don't get jealous here.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Don't get jealous and competitive, but I'm going to be a judge for their Bloody Mary contest.
That is awesome.
I know, on Sunday, April 24th.
You are very, very lucky. You have to, so that's like, the event starts like from noon to like 4 or something, right?
It's like a battle of the Bloody Mary.
Yeah. So I hope you have somebody driving you home after that.
Absolutely.
Because there's going to be a lot. Let me ask you a question. Do you like Bloody Marys?
I do like Bloody Marys.
Do you really? Do you ever finish a Bloody Mary?
I do, unfortunately.
Really?
Yes.
I don't think I've ever had, like, the Bloody Mary, to me, the concept is fantastic.
Yes.
First of all, anything that involves alcohol in the morning, I think is a really strong idea. I mean, if it gives me an excuse, mimosas,
where no one looks
Bloody
at you
Marys,
funny.
Yeah, I like it. There may be some fruit and vegetables in there. So it's like, you feel like you're doing a healthy thing.
Yeah.
And sure, maybe you don't feel so bad at the end of it either. So I like that. But
yeah.
And then I like it spicy, a little bit spicy.
Me too.
Right? But I'll tell you, like about halfway through the tomato juice, and you're probably eating breakfast with it, I'm like, stick a fork in me. Yeah. I'm done.
It's a nice brunch drink. I had a handful. I think that the Tom's River Country Club made some one time at Ken and Jonathan's house.
You had a handful.
A handful of them.
You had a handful of them. What is a handful? A handful of Bloody Marys.
There was just the right amount of pepper and olives, and it was a joyous morning.
And you guys can't see this right now but Noelle was literally like dancing as she was talking about those Bloody Marys. So one can only imagine what was actually happening at Ken Malagier and Jonathan Petro's house.
It was a fundraiser,
yes,
so nothing crazy was happening.
Nothing. But there was nothing. There were no pictures. What happened at their house stayed at their house. Lots of handfuls of Bloody Marys.
Handfuls.
So what else? We had a great event. We talked about a great event at Insectropolis.
Yes, that was so fun.
And so business after hours are still booming at the Greater Toms River Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah, we're trying to partner them now to make sure that they're a really great experience for people who come out. We're having food and drinks and some kind of experience or something interactive. So at Insectropolis, along with the Brick Chamber, Doug from Easy Liquors was out and gave us a really great wine tasting. Our next business after hours will be with Ralph Wolf at Jersey Coast. He does a Memorial Day timed business after hours with the barbecue. He had ice cream last year. He had the what was the name of that awesome group of the 3 women singers? How come I can't remember? They were great. They oh, shoot. You know who I'm talking about, right? They were doing
you're dancing again.
I'm dancing again. I'm trying to tell you. They were awesome.
Listen, so we know Ralph Wolf always does a great event, and so that'll be a great business after hours. And you know what I love best about Ralph Wolf and Jersey Coast Appliance?
That he gives a hoot with his night owl service.
Yeah, Ralph Wolf, Jersey Coast Appliance.
We don't talk about Ralph enough. That's what we should talk about now.
I think let's talk about. We haven't talked about Ralph. Good stuff. So lots to talk about. Lots going on at the Greater Toms River Chamber of Commerce. Noelle Lotano, she's been our special guest host. She'll be hosting on her own probably in the next couple months. I'm reeling her into this. Not really. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. We have 30 minutes left, and then you made it to Preferred Company, so congratulations. Back with more after this.
Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Live from the Bob Levy Broadcast Center overlooking the Toms River. It's time to get up, get out, do something. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. Be a part of the show. 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Hey, welcome back. 7:35. It is March 31st, Thursday, 54 degrees, getting to 69. WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. News Talk Radio. Streaming live on the Radio Pup app at WOBMAM.com. 732-505-1160. If you want to join the conversation, we are joined by Noelle Lotano, CEO of the Greater Toms River Chamber of Commerce.
I don't ever want to hear you say you are not a radio person ever again. Seeing that in person was like the highlight.
Yeah, I almost turned red there, though. I felt myself losing oxygen. So that's, I don't know if that was really...
You okay?
I'm okay now.
Oh, my gosh, that was awesome.
Can you bring that mask that you had before, Zach, please?
Yes.
So, Noelle, talk to me. We Are TR. Where did this come from? I mean, I'm starting to see these bumper stickers or these ovals everywhere. What's that all about?
Yes. So Michael Redpath, who is a member of our marketing committee, our business marketing and technology committee, at one point had worked on a similar concept and brought it to the marketing committee. And then we did a community-wide campaign or contest to come up with a slogan or a hashtag for Toms River. And we got some really good ones. If you remember correctly, we had some stellar entries.
Like TR-ific.
Like TR-ific.
Yeah,
that was
a really good one.
My second favorite. I'll go second favorite. But We Are TR ended up being the clear-cut winner. And so from there, we announced it at the Halloween parade in a big way. We were able to participate with the Grunin Foundation to give contest money out for the participants. It's just been very fun. So we do have the magnets. They're available at our office. As a matter of fact, if anybody wants any. Right now, we're partnering with the Toms River Regional School System to give their freshman academy We Are TR shirts. It's really just a way to sort of bring the community together in a feel-good way and bind us in that way. So we have this great feed on our new website. So if you tag anything, any photos, We Are TR, they actually show up on our We Are TR news feed on our website, which is kind of fun.
That is cool. So the news, you know what, so we have to take a look at that.
Let's do it right now.
That's pretty cool.
So, there are a couple people who are really killing it on there. So Face to Face, Leanne Borelli does a great job promoting We Are TR, as does Jenny Cakes. Jenny Cakes is constantly on there. We Are TRing it.
Really?
Yes, they're really, really great.
And so they stream onto the that's listen. So it's amazing what they can do with technology now and websites and all that. And that's why you have to, frankly, if you're not getting your website redone frankly, at this point, every year and a half, if you're not revisiting it and refreshing it, then you're probably missing the boat because
it's really fun. Look, so we've got like the school and some people in front of this cool Toms River sign. I don't know who that lady is, but the listening room, sheer glamour, and it's just so anybody that does it, it's just like a unified place to keep everybody local.
And is it from what feeds does it pull from?
I guess it's Instagram and Twitter. I don't know.
Yeah?
You'd have to ask Adam Binder, the creative at Creative Click.
Yeah, but because I post sometimes I put it in my emails, but I never see it.
No. Sometimes I think it in my dreams. No, it has to be.
I didn't know. I mean,
mine I do through Instagram and they pop up.
Because I thought maybe since I'm not on a secured server, it's not like I don't have to be on a secured server. It's not like I'm the Secretary of State or something and need to only do email through a secured server. Not that any Secretary of State would ever do that.
No, but it's great. Toms River Online has been using it. Kim Parker from the Tuscan House, they've been great posting with the We Are TR. So it's just fun. It's catching on. We've been selling magnets for $1 a piece. We actually have had several people from California call in to grab some.
Why do you think that is?
Maybe they're from Toms River.
What do you think is in California that has a TR thing in California? Like, we need to look up We Are TR California.
No. Well, to be honest, the We Are TR started someplace else. There's like a band or something that it goes with. And Phil Brilliant at one point said to me, goes, we don't know any of these people. I'm like, well, we don't own We Are TR, but if we, do what we're doing, we could take it over. Yeah,
by the way, Tara Cunningham, she just tried to find a photo of handfuls of Bloody Marys.
I probably have one.
She can't find where one would find a handful of Bloody Marys, but it does sound interesting. We are riveted by that.
I'll
concept.
probably get some either more or less invitations to fundraisers now.
No, I mean I think that handful. I think that's a whole new way to market liquor. Come grab a handful of fuzzy navels.
Yes.
Have a handful of 7 and 7s.
It's like a bucket of beer.
Yeah.
It's just like that. It's just a handful of Bloody Mary.
I don't think people usually consider that when they're talking about liquids.
No.
You know what I mean?
Well,
it's grabbing a handful of liquid seems a little bit.
I'm a visionary.
Yes. Although, it could be some chunky tomato juice.
It works for me. Yeah. So it might not work for you, but it
works for me. What's the website address there, Noelle?
Yeah, so it's TomsRiverChamber.com.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of cool things on there. The chamber website in the past has been awesome, but now it has been greatly improved with some really nice community features. So one of those, like I said, is the We Are TR feed, which is really fun to just see what other people are doing out there. And then also we have a community calendar, which is something that anybody can use. So if you're a for-profit that's hosting a seminar coming up, or not-for-profit hosting a gala or a golf outing or whatever it is that you're working on, you can actually just go right to our website, and under events, you'll see a community calendar. There's also a button under there that says add your event. So you're welcome to add your event. They get kind of confirmed through the office and then posted to the calendar. And if you take a look at it, there are dozens and dozens of upcoming events on the community calendar, which is great.
All right, cool. So I do want to talk to you because we do have to hit on an issue here because, the Chamber of Commerce also is really about driving issues for local business. So I would like to get your take on minimum wage.
Okay.
When we come back, I know. We have a little breaky coming up here, so I'll give you a little time, right? Grab a handful of Bloody Marys and think about what the right answer is. We're here with Noelle Lotano, CEO, the Greater Toms River Chamber of Commerce. Back after this.
Rush Limbaugh today at noon. More Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin coming up next. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Make a difference at the Jersey Shore. 732-505-1160. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160, 1310, and WOBMAM.com.
Hey, welcome back. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. We're talking with Noelle Lotano. She's the CEO of the Greater Toms River Chamber of Commerce. And, we do want to touch on minimum wage. It is an important issue. It is something that is in the news. Where do we come down as a chamber on that topic?
Yeah, so right now, at this point, the chamber is opposing, as an organization, an increase to $15 at this point. We're open to, or we'd be in favor of, some policy alternatives, but we're not up for the change just yet to 15.
Yeah, I actually like what California was just talking about doing. I think they talked about phasing in over a few years to the $15 an hour. But it also looked that they were going to adjust it based on inflation, that they were going to look at other economic factors, or if there was an economic downturn, that they had the ability to revisit and kind of put the brakes on.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, I think the culture shock for small businesses and the sticker shock for small businesses, going from paying certain folks on their organization $9-10 an hour to paying $15 is going to, would definitely put a stranglehold.
Right. Well, you're not just paying them the 9 and 10ers $15. You're also moving everybody else up, in order to accommodate that, or you're cutting hours, which is just that's not good for anybody.
Right. Because ultimately, what's going to happen is it's not a bigger pot of dollars that magically appear.
No, you're not getting any more money.
Right. What ends up happening is you end up cutting hours, cutting people. And so, that's why I look at, for example, they just came out with the new unemployment numbers in New Jersey, right, for February, and it said unemployment is dropped, right? So unemployment dropped under 5%, but yet the number of jobs in New Jersey dropped also.
Right.
So we know what's happening there, right? I mean, people are just falling out of the workforce.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. You mentioned a great statistic at the Business Outlook seminar the other day about unemployment and where the jobs are. I guess, was it post-Sandy?
Yes. That you're talking about jobs in Ocean County,
right?
That we have right now. We have our our jobs to worker ratio is 0.5.
Right.
Which means we have half a job in Ocean County for everyone who's able and willing to work in Ocean County. So is it any wonder that we are the largest commuter county in the state?
Sure.
Of course not, because there's no jobs here.
Yeah.
Right. So by adding a $15 hike in minimum wage and the rising cost of healthcare, et cetera, it really this is probably not a great look for small business. And let's be honest, this is what the Greater Toms River Chamber of Commerce is all about. It's all about small business. By the way, you probably didn't get a chance to take a great look at your watch.
I saw it.
But did you see that your fiance?
Oh no.
Oh,
what?
Your fiance sent me a great picture of a Bloody Mary that is really a handful.
No.
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to turn it around for you.
Oh.
That is truly a handful.
There have been 2 other handful of Bloody Mary posts on Facebook.
Yeah. So it's clear that this is going to take off.
People know what I'm talking about.
Get yourself a handful of Bloody Marys. That's going to be Noelle's tagline. Although Noelle also did, it took her 2 hours and 15 minutes, but she pretty much blew up everything I do here because, we always do the My Pillow commercial, and I say JEREM as in My Pillow Y, and she goes, you could just say JERE my as in My Pillow because it's MY is the last 2 letters of your name, and then it's my. And Zach and I just looked at each other like guys do because our jaws just dropped and a little bit of drool started coming out. Maybe that was just me, and I was like, darn, why didn't I think of that? Anyway, be right back. Our last segment.
Everything you need to know about the Jersey Shore. This is Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Get up, get out, do something. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin continues. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160, 1310, and WOBMAM.com.
Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin, and alas, the fun for us today is just about over. I want to thank Noelle Lotano, CEO, Greater Toms River Chamber of Commerce. And Noelle, I said to Father Scott the other day, he's one of those people that when he walks into the room, I smile because he makes me happy.
Yes,
right.
Good guy.
And I'm going to say, Noelle, you're another one of those people, right?
Thanks.
So I only surround myself with those kind of people because there's enough negativity in this world that we don't need to hang out with those people like on the regular, right? Those people could go somewhere else and do something else. We want to be with people who are positive and who are doers and who get things done. And you are absolutely one of those people. Well before the Greater Toms River Chamber ever got to you.
Thank you.
As a business owner previously, with a long successful history and some great lineage here in Ocean County. Even though your dad's a bully.
He is a bully.
And I felt bullied by him. But
he's a protective father.
He's a bully. Anyway, so and I meant that in a good way. Please don't hurt me, Gary. So anyway, thank you so much for joining us today. Tomorrow we have John Busco joining us. He is a financial planner. He is with Morgan Stanley. So we're going to talk financial planning. That should be almost as much fun as today's show.
John's awesome.
Yeah, and a member of the Greater Toms River Chamber of Commerce.
Correct.
And don't forget, you're now just a few minutes away from really the highlight of your morning, Noelle, just like my morning, which is Preferred Company with Joel and Marianne. Because don't forget, with Preferred Home Health Care, you're in Preferred Company. Do not forget, tomorrow, set your alarm clocks, 5:30 a.m. 5:30 a.m. I will not set my alarm clock for 5:30 a.m. because then I would be here late. But you need to set your alarm clock 5:30 a.m. so that you can wake up on Friday morning with Jeremy Grunin. And don't forget, next week, Monday's show. Monday will be hosted by Ken Malagier. Tuesday will be hosted by Phil Brilliant. I'll be back on Wednesday, which I know will be a real come down for all you guys after hearing those two great hosts. But listen, let's get through tomorrow first. Have a great Thursday and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Coming up next, the latest from WOBM News, the Town Square, New Jersey News Network, and Fox News Radio. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310.